Hello and welcome to the Antonio Lamangi Fine Art YouTube channel. Today we're going to learn how to paint this beautiful rose in the light. If you get value from this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. The original painting will be auctioned on eBay at no reserve. Also, prints will be listed on eBay after the original is sold. If you're interested, click the link below. Let's go through our materials. Let's get started. Today we're going to be using the Arches watercolor paper. It's actually meant for watercolor, but if you prime it with gesso, you could use it for oil paint. Watercolor paper, you might ask. Why would we use that? Well, it is a 300-pound paper, which means it's exceptionally tough, it's thick, and you can put it in any picture frame. This stuff is expensive, but it is well worth it. The cheapest place to get it is on Amazon. Please check out my affiliate link. Why would we use such expensive materials? Because it's the best. It'll last you hundreds of years. Let's get drawing. You can use a carbon transfer, tracing paper, use a Lucy drawing tool, or just freehand it. Next, you'll spray your drawing with Krylon's workable fixative. Be sure to have a well-ventilated area. I suggest doing this outside. It's cheapest on Amazon and it works fantastic. Please check out my affiliate link. Okay, now let's talk paint. I'm personally using Old Holland for this video. It is my favorite paint because it is by far the best. It is definitely one of the more expensive ones, but if you're looking for the best, you're definitely going to get your money's worth. You may think that purchasing less expensive paint will save you money. That's not necessarily true. Old Holland has probably the highest amount of pigment per unit, and therefore you only need a small bead in order to paint large paintings. You will be absolutely surprised how far a little bit of paint will go. I paint daily, and I've had tubes last me over a year. Keep that in mind if you're using Old Holland. When you're putting the paint on the palette, you only need roughly about the size of a pea. You could always add more as you paint. I love using Old Holland because it is an archival material. That means that it is suitable for museum settings. The company has been around for several hundred years, and we know that their colors will hold up the test of time. In all of my videos, I only use archival materials. If you're going to make it, you may as well make it the last. The cheapest place to get it is on Amazon. Please check out my affiliate link. Now let's start the underpainting. An underpainting is when an artist makes a simple version of their painting first, then adds more color on the top layer. We're building a foundation for our painting. Artists typically start with a blank canvas. In this case, we're using watercolor paper. For underpaintings, artists typically use earth tones like brown, gray, or a pale color. That's not what we will be doing. I like to do things differently. I like to use the midtones from the colors that are actually in the picture itself. This method allows me to complete the painting with less hours and less color mixing. This is the easiest way to make complicated paintings, and anybody can do it. Let's go through the colors I'm using. I'm going to list my colors, but I'm also going to leave links and the names in the affiliate links below. Let's start with the opaque and semi-transparent colors. We have titanium white, Mars black, burnt umber, English red, Naples yellow, Scheveningen yellow light, Old Holland yellow green, permanent green deep, ultramarine blue, Scheveningen blue light, Scheveningen red light, madder crimson lake deep extra. As for the transparent colors, we have Payne's gray, transparent oxide red lake, Old Holland bright violet, madder germanium lake light extra, Indian yellow brown lake extra, ultramarine red pink, Scheveningen blue, and Scheveningen green. The list of the colors are in the description below. Currently, the cheapest place to buy the paint is on Amazon at the affiliate links. Alright, so let's get back to what's happening with this painting. I also use a little bit of white. I am careful not to use too much white because I do not want to mute the colors in this first step. Also, for some of the colors that are in a little bit of a shadow, I make sure I use the complementary color. In this case, I'm using a little bit of green, as well as a little bit of burnt umber. Let's start mixing our colors. Let's look for the major colors that are featured in the original picture. Let's first start with our major colors. There's a lot of pinks, browns, and greens in this picture. Also, there's almost a smoky effect in the background. That means we want to use a little bit of white or Naples yellow, but not too much because we don't want to make it overwhelming. You'll also notice there's some blue in the upper left-hand corner. It looks like the sky is poking through. This background is meant to be clouds, but they're meant to be stormy clouds, so they have a little bit of gray. And in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little bit of sky blue poking through the clouds. You'll notice that I'm putting down my main colors very thinly. I don't want to lose my lines, and I don't want to lose my drawing. I make sure that I put the values of light and dark that are very close to each other in this painting. They're about 1 or 2 steps apart, but I want to make sure that I put them in there, and I don't want to make them too extreme. We'll be doing that later. Make sure you take the time to observe your flower and pick out the light and the darker colors that represent the mid-tones for your painting. For this painting, the major stars are the soft pink and the soft greens. There are some browns in the background. I made sure I add a little bit of Naples yellow and white, but I don't want to go too extreme because I want to make sure I don't lose my drawing, and also I want to make sure the paint stays transparent enough for me to layer it. Now that you've placed placed your thin layers of color and you made sure you can still see your lines, your underpainting is pretty much complete. Take a large brush and blur all of the edges so that the picture is extra blurry. Make sure it looks super blurry, and then your underpainting is done. The next step is layering your colors. This part of the painting process makes it look a little bit more like the final painting. What we're doing here is we're making the lighters lighter and the darkers darker, and we're trying to make sure that our painting represents the image more accurately. Because I talked a lot in my first video, I'm trying to improve the experience that viewers have when watching me paint. So I decided to add a little bit of music in because I don't want to be a chatterbox and just dialogue everybody to death. So enjoy while I'm painting. I wanted to take a moment and introduce you to my new book. It's called Mastering Anatomical Figure Drawing in 4 Easy Steps. This is the easiest way to learn how to draw just about anything, but the book focuses on anatomical figure drawing, which is learning how to draw people. The book has a bunch of great features. It gives you step-by-step drawing in 4 easy steps. There's over 400 original hand-drawn illustrations. There is over 100 guided video lessons that are connected with a QR code in the book. There's a bunch of art history content, and there's an audiobook which has even more bonus art history content. Also, there's a bonus. There are guided worksheets that assist you with learning how to draw step by step. This book was designed to make drawing as easy as possible. Check it out. It's available on Amazon. Please check out my affiliate link below. Alright, so let's get back to painting. I'm going to play some more music after describing in more detail what's happening here. Here, I'm using the transparents and the opaques to make the darkers dark and the lighters light, but also making sure that I get some of the fine details that I want to communicate in the flower itself. The whole idea is your eyes see what light hits, and if there's any sort of light in a shadow, it's reflected light, so you don't want to make it a higher value than any of the parts in direct light. So follow along, listen to the music, and try painting it on your own. Just take a step back, look around, see if there's any little teeny tweaks you need to do, and then you're pretty much done. Now to complete the last parts. I like to put the wax seal on the certificate of authenticity. I also like to use the paint markers to put gold and silver trim on the seal. And I also make an original embossed golden medallion. Alright, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. This picture will be available on eBay at no reserve. I'll make sure I'll put the date for the auction start in the description below. Also, if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. I would love for you to follow along because I'll be painting more paintings in the future. Also, if you have any painting ideas that you would like to see me paint, leave it in the comments below. I always love to get new ideas. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.